AskReddit by Zeus Mwerejeets. What is the best case scenario of an actual nuclear war? One bomb is used and targeted in the middle of a desert, killing no one. Then everyone realizes it's pointless and gives up. Fallout travels with the wind. You live somewhere that gets hit directly so you don't have to be one of the poor bastards trying to eke out a living in the post-apocalyptic wasteland. It's not gonna be some fun wasteland like a video game, it'll be hell on earth for survivors. I bet my boss will still expect me to come in after a nuclear bomb detonates. When the bombs drop, hopefully I'll be close to an old refrigerator so I'll have safe refuge. Indy wouldn't lie. Ever watch Punky Brewster? All the bombs don't explode and instead just reveal a bit of fabric with the word bang written on it, Bugs Bunny style. They'll land in the ground with a plunk and then confetti shoots out the back. Minor nuclear skirmish killing a few dozen million. Subsequent fallout will cause a rise in cancer and the loss of major financial centers will cause a global economic depression. We will get a couple weeks of emails from our bosses telling us we're all in this together, but that WFH isn't financially feasible once the rubble is cleared and we'll need to be in office at least 3 days a week soon. Somewhere someone will cause a riot at a food distribution center because they were asked to wear a gas mask. Fuck man, you didn't have to be so grim about it. Why'd you have to be so real about it? The enemy is vanquished and you have sustained minimal damage and casualties. Lol. The bomb lands right on me. No, you ride that fucker down. The bomb lands directly in my morning cornflakes before I even know what's going on. Beautifully written, thanks for the chuckle. There is a limited exchange that only costs us a city or two before both sides decide to stop. See also, War Day. The only way to win is not to play. Would you like to play a game? You die in the first blast. I have seen threads. I don't want to be a survivor, haha. One of the most disturbing movies I ever saw. I also don't want to survive the beginning of a nuclear world war. A nuclear war, assuming that's any war with nukes used and not a world war. Then the best case scenario is it stays confined to only the two countries involved, and that's two of the smaller nuclear powers, like India and Pakistan. In case of a US x-Russia war, then the best case scenario is a US counterforce first strike that manages to neutralize most of Russia's nuclear capacity before they have a chance to fire their own. And then the US managing to intercept most of the secondary strike before it lands, with only limited damage to major population centers and the military targets, with the majority of the countryside spared. Millions of people still die in this case. I watched a video once that said the US could only intercept 4 nukes. 44 interceptors, 25% chance of hitting the warhead, each rocket having 10 decoys. You die quick. 1. Bend over. 2. Kiss your ass goodbye. Aliens come. The abyss scenario. To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentations of their women. Conan the Barbarian, musical, https://yahoo.be/obgok7ssjrw?si6hjluypgqr8l boss 1 close bracket. You get obliterated so yeah, you don't live for what happens after. The only winning move is not to play. For me, as an astronaut, I will be floating above the earth in my cryogenic sleep pod waiting for mission control to wake me from my slumber. With the outbreak of nuclear war, there will be no mission control left and I will continue to orbit the planet for 1,000 years as the fallout settles, the oceans repopulate and the environment returns to homeostasis. Mankind will survive, much like the last ice age, but will have reverted to a much smaller society based on agrarian principles. When the batteries of my spacecraft begin to fail, I will awaken and return to Earth. I will be hailed as a messiah, and with the robots on my spacecraft and a compendium of all human knowledge, I will rebuild civilization. Remember to stay hydrated with all the repopulating tech Messiah gets to do. Everyone gets superpowers. Failed launch and lands in the middle of Siberia. The sun drops a flying elbow on us. Bet Jamahil had a dream about this last night. Oh wait, it wasn't a dream. Cockroaches survive and a billion years later their descendants have another one. Every nuclear country expending its total arsenal. Everyone and everything is dead except the cockroaches. The Motherfuckers, they never die. The destruction of humanity.